Hey guys, welcome to Glen again. Sorry if it seems really dark. I'm actually sitting in the conservatory at the minute and it's pitch black outside. But inside, my missus got the heating on full pelt, so it's absolutely boiling. So I thought I'd come out here, it's a bit cooler. Today has been a bit of a drip, I suppose. The markets are all down at the minute. Bitcoin back down to 15,500. Ethereum up to, or it looks like it might dip below $800. That was up to 880 at one point. I thought it was going to hit past the 900 mark. Bitcoin Cash, that's gone from 4,000 back down to 3.2. Ripple has done really well. Ripple seems to be the only winner today. Each coin's now worth $1.13. That's up 45% from yesterday. So massive gains from Ripple. I've always wanted to get into Ripple and IOTA, but I don't know how to buy their coins, to be honest. I'm sure if I did a bit of research tonight, I could figure it out, but I've got too much on my mind at the minute. Litecoin is down, IOTA is down, all the rest pretty much down. Oh no, some up here. Ones that I've never heard of. But that's the markets. Now, the main point I wanted to make in this video today, guys, is I'm not in a position to really buy any more coins because obviously within the space of can you even see me in this? In the space of a week, obviously I've invested in Envian, Hashflare, and I've been buying and selling coins. So really, that's me sort of maxed out, I suppose. But what I did want to say is, if you're thinking of getting into cryptocurrency, or you're sitting on the fence, or you're just about to get into it, times like this, you might look at this, think, oh, it's all dropped. Oh, I don't want to join that space, because. And admittedly, it could carry on going down. It could go down to $2,000, really, but or whatever. It could go down to zero. But if I'd said to you a few days ago or a week ago, when it was almost pushing the 20,000 mark, I'll sell you one of my bitcoins for 15,500. You would have bit my arm off. You would have been like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll take it. It's my strong belief that that bitcoin will be worth over $20,000, probably by sort of January time, if not mid-January. That's my opinion. It's not financial advice. Don't yada yada yada. But I do believe that that's going to be worth a lot more than what it is now. So what you need to remember is if you're just looking to buy and sell coins, you make the most amount of profit when you're buying something, not when you're selling it. So that's really important. So if I go out and I want to sell t-shirts for a living, I don't make the most profit when I go up to someone and shake their hand on £10 a t-shirt. I actually make the most money when I actually agree from the person who made them, I'll buy them off you for £1 a t-shirt. Do you see what I mean? Because depending on how much you buy it for, depends on how much profit it's going to make when it goes up. So obviously when that goes back up to sort of 20 grand, if it goes back up to 20 grand, obviously you've made, that's going to go up 4.5 grand, which at the moment, what's that? That's, well, it's a third, isn't it? So it's 33%. At some point, I believe this is going to go up 33% at least. So, and that could happen tomorrow. We've seen this before where everything is down and then the next day it's all up, up, up. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but probably by, oh no, mind you, it's Christmas, isn't it? If it's not all back up by Sunday, obviously you've got Christmas Day and Boxing Day. That's when I think loads of people will be talking about it at home. And then the day after Boxing Day, that's when everyone will be like, oh yeah, my nephew told me about Bitcoin, or my cousin, or my uncle, or my whatever. And I think that's when mainstream people will sort of come in and chuck 100 quid, 1,000 quid, whatever into it. So I honestly believe this is going to go up between Christmas and New Year, which is only a few days away. So now would be a really good time. Bitcoin, any of them really. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, IOTA ain't really down that much, but Dash was at 1,600 earlier. Now it's dropped down to 1.3. But I think where you're going to make the most money is either Bitcoin or yeah, probably Bitcoin actually. I think Litecoin will go up to about 350. So then there's a $45 sorry gain, which is what's that? It's going to be about 12%. I think this will go up to $1,000, but I reckon that'll be maybe mid-January time. But that's £200, so that's a fifth, so 25% gain. But I think this is going to be 20,000. Obviously, if you're watching this video back in a month's time, please feel free to comment and actually put, Glenn, actually you said this on this date, but it's actually this. You were well off or you were wrong, because I'd love to read back on the comments. Half the time I forget what I've said on these videos. So that's just what I wanted to say really about the markets. You get a lot of people obviously talking about buy the dips and stuff like that. Obviously I like to try and explain things in simple terms because I'm simple. You know, there's no point waiting for it to go back up before you jump in, because what tends to happen is when it starts to go up, it doesn't just go like up a little bit and slowly. It's like, so by the time you've even checked it and you're like, oh, Bitcoin's gone up to 18.5 grand today. Oh, I wish I'd bought it when it was 15.5, you know, so it's normally too late. So now's a good time to get in with it at that price. So I've got about £500 of coins floating about, so I'm probably going to put it all into that. But really what I want to do is I want to start learning a bit more, and you guys can help me with this. I want to learn more about these coins. So obviously part of me feels like I do hesitate too much, and I take too long to make a decision, because obviously I missed out on that Antminer S9. Envian, I feel like I've researched the shit out of before I went ahead with it. Some people might say, Glenn, that's a really good thing to do. Yeah, it is, but sometimes you need that little bit of like, get up and, right, do you know what, I've got a good feeling, let's just go with that. Which I have done. That's why I'm in this cryptocurrency journey with you guys, and obviously I've invested in companies. I've got a mixture of, I hold myself back a bit, but also if I see a good opportunity, I'll go for it. So now I need to start researching. Obviously, I haven't really got the time to sit there and do, say, the amount of research that I put into Envian. I can't do that all over again, times 100 times, because there's so many coins. There's so many, and I don't know, half of them I can't even pronounce, let alone know what they're for, and whether they're any good or not. You know what I mean? So anyway, I don't know. What do you guys think about buying some altcoins? What ones do you recommend? The ones I always hear about are IOTA, Neo, and EOS. EOS is one. I've had about 4 or 5 messages recently all saying, oh yeah, I made good money off EOS. But has it already hit its peak? I don't know. See, this is another thing I don't know. I don't know what it's for. Qtum, I have heard about that one, but nothing major. Ethereum Classic, is that going on to Coinbase as one of the next coins? We don't know, but I think it was hinted at in an email that got sent out, and apparently it had a screenshot of what Coinbase had in plan, and they said that Ethereum Classic was going to be a coin that was going to be added to the Coinbase. So obviously if it does, whatever joins Coinbase is going to jump up massive in price, especially with all their staff buying and selling it. And that's it, really. Oh, Verge. I wouldn't mind investing in Verge because that's so cheap now. You could buy. It's nice actually, because obviously I'm dealing with Bitcoin, and obviously really you're dealing with like Satoshis, if you like. I only own 0.00001 of a Bitcoin or whatever. It's nice to actually be able to buy a coin and be like, do you know what? I own 3 of them. I know it sounds stupid, and the price of them may never go up past $1 or something, but my OCD in my head. So that's it really, that's the markets. Let me know what you guys think, what you think is the best altcoin at the minute, what's good to invest in, what I should look into, because I love all your guys' feedback. You've helped me out quite a lot. Hashflare got paid out again today, so still there is a big thing here. I think they started letting people withdraw money, but because of the Bitcoin fees are so high at the minute, and I know that because I transferred Bitcoin to get some Bitcoin Cash, and it must have cost me about, I think it was £18 to send it. Then it was about £40 something to convert it. So, insane fees really at the minute. So they're saying basically you need to have a minimum amount of 0.2 Bitcoin, which if one Bitcoin is 15,000 at the minute, then that's obviously, I don't know, what's that? £600 worth of Bitcoin. Is that right? Let me know in the comments. We're working on restoring the withdrawal system, blah, 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 blah. So none of this has really affected me, but if you're looking to withdraw your money every day, which obviously I strongly recommend, then obviously this is going to start pissing people off, which may lead them to leave. But then I suppose once you bought your contract, there's no getting out of it, so you just have to, they've got you by the balls really. But for me, I'm just obviously reinvesting every day, so now I'm currently up to 17.7 terahash, or 0.7 terahash, and obviously the Bitcoin price has gone right down, and that's affected how much I'm getting a day and month and that. Still decent amount, $34. Let's have a look at where I thought I would be at this point in my life. I thought today is the 21st. I thought I'd have 16.33 terahash, and I thought I'd be mining $36 a day. And at the minute, this is their, obviously you need to take their fees out of it. That spreadsheet I'm showing you is me with taking the fees out of. So really, I'm probably actually mining about 30 quid, so I'm about $6 a day under where I should be. But again, if Bitcoin goes back up, that'll sort itself out. On their Twitter, they posted a few things recently. They posted a photo and a news article about Hashflare 2.0. So I don't know if this just means they're updating their website or if this actually is another platform that you can invest in. But they've got a news, I won't read for all of it, but they're saying that it's going to have more customization, so you'll be able to play about with the pools a bit more and what coin you're mining and stuff like that. But they're going to make it so that the site is actually more reliable, so more flexibility with more stability. I believe that's what they're saying. I assume there's some photos on here as well. I assume that means their price is going to go up. Tells you a little bit about the staff on that. I think this woman's left now. She don't do cloud mining no more. So yeah, that was really interesting read. So I'd recommend anyone read that. I just went to their Twitter and literally just click on the first link about it. There you go. They posted that today. This is the last update regarding withdrawals. I haven't read this actually. I know they were trying out a new blockchain provider. We're currently working on restoring Bitcoin withdrawals for all customers with a lower minimum amount. Unfortunately, the Bitcoin network is still overloaded and unconfirmed. Yeah, we know all that. Hashflare is currently working on the thing. Why is your wallet empty in the last transaction? Was on 15th. We have a lot of them for withdrawal systems change from time to time. I have no more than 10 up wallets. Oh, anyway, that's their that's just linked to their Facebook actually. So we'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. My GDAX actually, I tried it about 10 minutes ago. It wouldn't let me sign in, and it just did. It just worked. So finally, my GDAX is back up and running. I haven't had access to this for ages, and you can see here I've got about £100 worth of Bitcoin. I don't know how much that's worth actually. £174, which is about, it's got to be $200. So $200 worth of Bitcoin in that. So that's why I was eager to get access to my GDAX account. But I'll probably leave that like that for a little bit actually in GDAX, because I'll probably swap it for something. My Genesis mining, so they still actually have got contracts if anyone out there just wants to get involved in mining. But the only one they're offering is Monero. Now, before, Monero was a very cheap coin and it's quite expensive to mine. But actually, Monero has gone up. I've got Monero contracts, so I always keep my eye on the price of it. although it's gone down today, it still is up quite a bit. You can see here it had a massive price influx. So it was over sort of 400 and I'm going to say 440, something like that, at one point. So that's really jumped up. When that goes back to where it was, what I'm trying to say is that they are still, you know, decent-ish contracts. And really, like I was saying, you just want to accumulate the coin. If you're thinking, right, I just want to mine and I'm going to withdraw the money every day and I'm going to convert it into US dollars or pounds or euros, then yeah, maybe it's not a very profitable way of doing it. But to me, I just want to own the coins. I want to have so many coins so that in 2 years' time, when cryptocurrencies like, you know, on par with like gold and stuff like that in terms of market cap share, then these are going to be worth 10, 20 times that. So that's my way of thinking. So if you do want to join up with Genesis Mining to do some Monero, the only downside is I think the cheapest they've got now is 1,000 hashes per second, which is 830 US dollars. So in British pounds, that's about, I'd say 550. So 550 quid. That'll get you 1,000 hashes. There is a link or a code in my description below. If you copy and paste that when you go to make your order, so you pick how you want to pay, it will say on there, there you go, promo code. If you type in my code, which, let's have a little look, what it is, it should still give you 3% off. So out of that $830, you'd get £8.30 times 3, so you'd get about $30 off that, which, yeah, that's not too bad actually. So then that brings it down to like 790 something US dollars. If we go down, click show more, Genesis Mining. Oh yeah, there's my code there, and that's a link that you can follow through. With Genesis Mining, I have had, and I don't understand how this works, I've actually found I've gone full circle actually. I used to think that Genesis Mining was really clear and transparent. Hashflare was really confusing. But now it's the other way around. I've got so used to Hashflare and I know where everything is in Hashflare and they seem to be really upfront and honest. On here you've got payouts. You click on that. Before there was some information here but it's gone. Now I've got, you can see here it says Ethereum, that's my Monero, but that's got my wallet address sent to. So is it going straight out from Genesis Mining into my own personal wallet, or does this accumulate in their wallet first and I have to withdraw it? I don't know. With Monero, I haven't got a Monero wallet, I don't think, so this is just blank. But it does say on here that I haven't hit the minimum amount. You have to have a minimum of 0.4, which I don't think I'm going to have like for ages. Bearing in mind I've had this contract now for over a month and I've got 0.0008. So that's quite a long time before that gets to 0.4. Yeah, so I need to find out where this Ethereum's going. And then randomly I've got paid 2 lots of Bitcoin. But I haven't got any Bitcoin mining contracts, so I assume it's some sort of referral. The amount to be paid is too small for BTC commission payments. I've got paid commission, but when I selected how I want to get paid, and I've got this as well, BTC bonus orders of 0.79 cent. So I've got 80 cents in an account. It says a waiting schedule for payment. And that's, what's that? I don't know if that's the 12th or the 5th in American terms, or the 5th, about 3 or 4 weeks ago. But I don't know, I've never seen any transactions for 79. I mean, that's going to be about 50p in my money. So a bit confused with that, not sure how that works. You click on my orders. It used to accumulate here with what I've got everything in total and Ethereum as well. Now they're all at 0 and I've got the transactions here. So it seems like everything's gone from here to here, payouts, and it seems like my Ethereum's going straight into a wallet somewhere that I don't know about. Well, I probably do. I need to find my wallet address for that, I suppose. And yeah, and then obviously the I need to find out about this Monero. Where's that going? Where is it? Where's my total? Is that my total there? It seems like it because it's adding on every time. So I need to find out what's going on with that. And that's it really, guys. My YouTube channel. Sorry if I seem really tired tonight. That's because I am. I am fucking tired. My eyes are burning. My channel has gone up a lot. So it's 365 now. So I had about 320 or 340 when I woke up. So this is going up for me anyway. Obviously, if you talk to one of the big guys, it's nothing to them. But my subscribers seems to be going up between 20 and 40 a day now, which means it's very possible that before the end of New Year, I will have 400 subscribers, which thank you so much to everyone. Thank you to all the comments, the likes, all the Facebook messages, all the Instagram messages, the tweets. A couple of people have added me on Telegram now as well, so I've got conversations with them. A gentleman was talking to me about, I think I mentioned it in my last video, about mining, setting up a mining thing on my own, and I said, yeah, it's hard to get hold of the equipment, and he sent me a link for, what's it, Maplins. I do wanna start mining myself at home, even for, not for pure profit. I was thinking, you know, I've just thought, right, I'm going to go out and get out, you know, the biggest, baddest machine, the Antminer S9, most expensive, most powerful, you know. But I'm thinking now, why is it such a rush? Why don't I just get a rig this week, get a motherboard another week, get one graphics card, maybe set the software up, maybe add another graphics card on the following month. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking, guys. What do you think? And just start off like that. And obviously with those type of machines, they're not as powerful and they're not as profitable. I understand that, and I get it. But if I can start mining, you know, let's just say one of these coins here, I don't know, EOS or Neo or something like that, something that isn't worth a lot now, but it might be one day. That's why I want to do some research on altcoins, because say if I can mine, you know, Verge. This is a good example actually. Verge is worth 11 cent. So for some people, even though there's billions of them, some people might be like, oh, they're not worth mining. But actually, if you're thinking of it as well, actually, if I mine that, it might be worth $1 one day, which $1 is 10 times your money. So if you're mining it and the machines cost you £2,000-3,000, but you've accumulated £1,000 worth of Verge over a month or 2 months, and all of a sudden they're worth $1 each. Now all of a sudden you've made, that would be, you know, £10,000, which obviously is awesome. That's a lot of ifs and a lot of buts going along that path. But don't know, that's just saying I really thought, yeah, do you know what, that's what the route I might go down. I might just look at just getting a motherboard this month, a power unit next month, and just spread them costs out, because I think the graphics cards, I'll see if I can get the link for the one he sent me. I have to be quick though, because my battery's running out. My views have all gone up as well. I was showing my partner actually. Look, you can see here the last few videos I uploaded, 500, 216, 217, whereas my original ones were like 20, 30. So thank you so much. I keep doing that. Community, And this is exactly what I wanted. Oh, JMS actually, he actually commented on my video, which was really nice, because it's weird because sometimes I message you guys back, and I've had a couple of people message me back saying, oh my God, you've actually replied to me. I've never had a reply from someone before. And I think, well, of course I'm going to reply. Like, I'm talking to you, and I want you to talk back to me. But then I felt the same. I thought, oh my God, he's messaged me back. So I felt like a celebrity or something had messaged me. He said, hey man, thanks for the shout out. Cool that you broke down the video for people that didn't want to spend 45 minutes. If you watch my videos, you spend about 45 minutes watching my videos almost every day. So I would highly suggest going over to JMS Vlogs and watching that interview with the guy from Hashflare, because it was quite insightful, and obviously you can make your own mind up whether that's someone or, you know, a business that you want to spend your hard-earned money in. I said to him, oh, if you was, because he started off this journey with an Antminer S9 in his front room, and I said to him, would you, if you could do it all again, would you go straight in for the Hashflare or for the S9? I think he's got something like 28 tera. I think that's what he said. So he's got literally double the amount of terahash that I've got in a very short period of time. I think due to his referrals and that. And he's got the S9 as well running, which is running at quite a profitable rate as well by the sounds of things. So saying that he does point out, I'm going off topic here a bit, but something he does mention is that when you go to these coin wars or these calculators, they calculate that you get a block reward of 12.5 bitcoins for every block of information or blockchain worked out. But what he's saying is all these transaction fees that obviously, like I'm paying, that we're all moaning about, oh, the fees are so high, the fees are so high, them fees are getting fed back into the blocks, and then blocks are getting worked out and they're getting put in with the reward. So he was saying, oh, he very rarely has a block that's 12.5 block reward. It's more like 17, 19, 21, you know, almost double. Whether that's the case for a lot, you know, going forward for a long time, I don't know. But that was really interesting to me actually, because obviously these really are just what the bare minimum is. So he made a really good point with that. So I better be quick because my battery's running out and I'm probably babbling on a bit. But someone mentioned on the video, he said, here he is, John Michaels. Go to Maplin and you can buy it. Now the graphics cards, this is one that he recommended, about £239, which I believe is about $280 to $300. That's a GDAX 1060. There are ones above that, the 1070 and the 1080. So I'm going to have to do loads of research about what the best equipment is to put together and start getting these on order once every month or week or something like that, once I've got some spare money. It's all come at a bit of a bad time really, because I've come into this, and I'm sure this is the case with everyone watching cryptocurrency. There's always a room that needs decorating, a car that needs an MOT, the fridge has just broke down. There's always, oh, I could put that money towards something else, but I'm trying to invest in cryptocurrency, ICOs, mining, as well as it's Christmas in a few days' time, and we're going to Florida 2 days after that for New Year and for 2 weeks. So it's just, for me, it's a really bad time. I shouldn't really be putting any money towards it, but it was just saying that it was in my mind because I'd been watching it for so long. I kept seeing it go up and up and up and up, and I just thought, oh God, I need to get involved in this. I'm missing out, and this was I think they call it FOMO, fear of missing out. As I say, I felt like the train was picking up speed and it was going past the station, and I'm just standing at the station. So I felt like I had to jump on board. If I don't jump on now, I'll never get on. So that's where I'm at the minute. But anyway, that's enough from me, guys. I'll chat to you later. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. There's a little button down here. Blah, 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 blah. And also give this video a thumbs up. Also, you can message me through Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, or Telegram, all with the name BitGlen. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. See you later, guys. Bye.